What's up, Rockland?
I'm your host, Kayla.
And I'm Gabby. It's January 20th, the Solar Plus 4 Day.
Now let's get into our show.
Last week we had our annual Runaway Week with a Great Spirit Week and a 3-on-3 basketball tournament, ending with a rally where once again the sophomores won. Then the seniors followed in second, and freshmen in third, then the juniors in fourth. Here's a look-back video made by Simon Roman.
Here's Ms. Stedman talking about the Chromebooks.
Hi Rockland High students, this is Mrs. Stedman. I am here to talk to you and remind you that you need to have a Chromebook on our campus. There you have 3 options. Your first option is to apply for an ECF Chromebook through a grant. If you get that, it usually takes less than a week and you can have a brand new Chromebook to use until you graduate from Rockland High or leave Rockland Unified School District. Your other option is to go to the library and you can check out a used RUSD Chromebook device. And your third and final option is to get your own Chromebook and install a Google license on your own Chromebook. You have to choose one of these 3 options because we are changing our cybersecurity system at the end of this month. At the end of January, you need to have one of those 3 options. Please make sure that you have a Chromebook by the end of January and bring it to school charged every day.
Now we've had all of our winter sports start to kick up, so here's This Week in Sports with our rundown.
Good morning, Rockland sports fans. It's Nikki and Jules, and today I'm going to join the girls' basketball. Anyways, let's kick off this week. Like we talked about last week, Luke Jorgensen is still leading the boys soccer team alongside a few other underclassmen. They've completed their first half of league season with a game at Folsom tonight to start off the second half of league. Girls soccer is also done with their first half and finished with a win against the Wildcats 4-1 on Wednesday. They've got a big game tonight as well against Folsom High School here in our stadium. In wrestling, our boys wrestled hard against DeLauro Eagles last night. Junior captain Josh Leeper pinned a guy in his first round with a nice head and arm, and sophomore Chase Baker had a clean second round pin. Tomorrow, the girls varsity wrestling is at Livermore, and the boys varsity team has an invitational at Del Oro, and senior night is on the 25th. Girls basketball last Friday won against the Grizzlies from Granite Bay by 3 points scored in overtime with a final score of 48-51. And boys basketball played Del Oro Wednesday night but came with a close loss of 50-54. Let's check out this video by Ashley Woods. Classic is tonight. In shorter terms, we play Whitney tonight and have a huge turnout every year. Unlike the Corey Bowl, this event is being held right here in our big gym.
Come support both teams. Girls are at 6 and the boys start at 7:30. Theme is White Up, and tickets need to be shown at the door. And come early for a good spot in the storm tonight. That's it for this week in sports, and see you tonight.
See you next week, Rockland.
Here we have some of our teachers telling us about equity on campus.
Hi, I'm Mr. Muscarello from Physical Education.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Takla from the Language Arts Department.
Hi, I'm Ms. Guzman from the Math Department.
And I'm Mrs. Burkhart from Special Ed Department.
Hi, Mary Jimenez, World Language.
I'm Mr. Bergman from the Social Studies Department.
I'm Mrs. Parado from the CTE Department.
I'm Mrs. Willert from the Art Department.
Hello, I'm Mr. Holsupple from the Science Department.
Hi, I'm Ms. Catolico from Language Arts.
And I'm Mrs. Stedman from the admin team. We are all part of your site equity team.
Let's talk what equity means. If we were going to organize a party,
diversity is where everyone is invited to the party.
Inclusion means that everyone gets to contribute to the playlist.
Equity means everyone has an opportunity to dance and experience the music. Woo!
Equity is our goal, and it means that everyone feels valued, treated with respect, and receives the opportunities and resources they need for their personal growth.
Everyone deserves a safe place on campus. We want to hear your voice and concerns regarding equity on our campus.
We also want to hear about any positive support you're experiencing as well, whether that be in a club, on a team, or maybe even in homeroom.
To collect information and your thoughts, we created a Google form. The form can be found on Schoology and the counseling page of the school website. There'll also be signs posted in the counseling and health offices.
Please know your information will be anonymous and confidential and be used by our team to learn about student experiences and promote change on campus.
This is not a hotline that we check all the time. So if you know someone that is in crisis, please contact the counseling office or your school administrator.
We hear you.
We see you.
We support you.
There are a lot of students around campus doing very cool things, so we have our Student Spotlight produced by Dom.
Hi, my name is Kayla Aguilar, and I am a competitive archer. I shoot for the Junior Olympic Archery Developed Wilderness team, and I shoot a compound bow. Archery is a sport, and not a lot of people realize that it is a sport, but it's highly competitive, and it just consists of a bow and arrow, and it's just you trying to make that shot. And like I said, it's highly competitive. There's state competitions, national competitions, and world competitions. I've been shooting since 4th grade, and I joined the official team when I was in 6th grade, and I've been shooting since then. I think just my family in general, because my dad's a hunter and he hunts with a bow, and he kind of got me onto that. I started shooting here and there, and then I started going hunting with him, and then I realized, like, wow, I'm actually good at this. The coach asked me to be on the team, and here I am. Shooting in general is really fun. Not exactly when you're having a bad day shooting, but my favorite part is the people in archery and meeting new people. Like, there's people at certain tournaments that I see over and over again, and I've become really good friends with them. And the people on my team, we're all like a second family. I think I will. Competition-wise, I'll have to see as I go into college and stuff. But hunting, I will continue using that for hunting.
Only a few announcements today. Campus Life every Tuesday and Friday in L6. Go join them for pizza or breadsticks, an awesome conversation, and everyone is welcome.
Lastly, Yoga Club meets every Monday at 8 a.m. in J6. Go join them to relax and practice yoga.
We are done with the Friday show, but as you've all heard, we have moved to homeroom to Friday. So that means you are in homeroom right now watching this. At the end of each show, we will talk a little bit about what you can expect in homeroom. We will have a team called our Homeroom Heroes, which will start next week to be your homeroom leaders, showing you all that you will be doing on these days.
For today, we have a message from Mr. Pappas about next week's courses preview day, which is a great opportunity for students to get a quick peek at some of the electives that they may want to take next year.
Yeah, they will be able to visit the classrooms, meet the teachers, and hear all about hear all about what all of our electives are about. If you're interested in geology or game design, jazz band and journalism, art, or any of the AP classes.
And these are just some of the tons of electives we have to offer.
You will end up getting one of these today from your homeroom teacher to see all the possible electives.
Then you will go around in a scavenger hunt in homeroom and find out what some of the electives which others in your class have taken.
Have fun learning about these, and here's Mr. Pappas with more.
Greetings, Rockland High School. This is Mr. Pappas here with you. I'm going to take a few minutes today to talk about our upcoming course preview day that's going to take place on Thursday, January 26th. So, in the month of February, your counselors are going to be coming out to your classes to help you register for your courses that you're going to take next year. What we always like to do prior to that is to offer a day in which you have the opportunity to go and take a look at some of these classes, meet the teachers who are teaching them, and just find out more information about them. And these generally relate to our AP, honors, or different elective courses. Okay, so what we do is we modify the schedule for that day to build in time to allow for you to check out these classes. What that will look like, all your classes will be about 75 minutes apiece. And then from 12:55 to 1:50, we're going to offer 4 different 10-minute sessions for you to go and find out more information about those classes that you're interested in. Now, please keep in mind, this is only for grades 9 through 11, so current freshmen through juniors. And that's because our seniors, you guys are moving on and don't have to worry about registering for classes here next year at Rockland High. So for seniors who don't have a last block class, you'll actually be able to leave right here after block 3 on that day. If you do have a last block class, you can stick around. We'll want you to come and hang out in the amphitheater during that time. So how does course preview day work? As I mentioned, you're going to choose 4 presentations to attend, and you're going to get that list of presentations during your homeroom on January 20th. So here's what that looks like. So there's some very important things that I want you to know about that are on this sheet that you're going to get. The first is that there's a QR code right here, as well as a link that'll take you to our academic planning guide. What the academic planning guide is, it's basically a document that we have that has a description of every single course that we offer here at Rockland High School. So if you have questions about any of the courses or want to find out more details, you can actually refer to that first. So we have an easy QR code and a link so you can access that. Now, this next part is very, very important to pay attention to. As you look at the courses that you see right here, there are some grade levels listed next to them. And that's just for clarification on what students could possibly register for those courses. Now, when you look at these grade levels, that's actually in reference to the grade level that you're going to be in next year. So if I'm looking at Mr. Grace right here and see AP Language and Composition, and I'm interested in that course, what that means is that next year I would have to be a junior for me to be able to go to that session. Okay, so if you're a sophomore right now and you're interested in taking that course, you see that 11, that means you can take it. Now, you will also see some others that maybe don't have a grade level designation next to it, like positive psychology, for instance. That means that anybody can go and take a look at that course that we're offering. Now, as we go through these, I'm going to just highlight a few new courses for us that we have this year on campus. We're going to be looking at offering a history through film course. So that's something that Mr. Spears is going to be offering this next year. Hey, so go check that out if you're interested in finding out a little bit more information about one of the new courses that we have. Another new course that we have within our mathematics department is data science. So that's a course that you can take after completion of Integrated 2. And so just another course, if you're interested in that, go check that out. All right, VAPA and CTE. What's really cool about our visual performing arts and career and technical education electives is that as you take a look at this list, what you'll see is they're open. These sessions are almost open to almost every grade level. All right, so take a look, see what we have in the visual and performing arts, see what we have in career and technical education, as we have some awesome electives in both of those programs. And finally, as we take a look here, there's some general electives you'll see, and really a lot of those are service-based. So if you're looking at giving back to our school or being a part of some of the activities that we have on campus, I would highly recommend that you take a look at those. One new course that we're offering, and we would love to get a lot of support for this. So if you are interested in helping out your peers, we are looking at having a peer tutoring program that will support different classes on campus as a way to give back. So go check that out. Mr. Douglas and Ms. Morgan will be in the library to talk about our peer tutoring program. Okay, so some important notes. I mentioned these earlier, but remember, this course preview day is for students who are grades 9 through 11. Seniors, if you don't have that last block class, you may leave after sixth period. For those of you who do have a last block class, you'll need to stay on campus, preferably in the amphitheater. Also, please remember, grades 9 through 11, you are going to have to remain on campus and attend all 4 of those sessions that we have available. All right, now time for the homeroom activity. Ultimately, here's what we want you to leave with homeroom today. By the time you leave homeroom today, you should know all 4 courses that you will attend at the course preview day. So you're going to look through that list and determine what are the 4 sessions that I would like to attend, have those all organized, ready to go. So that way, when we get to the actual course preview day, you're not scrambling to figure out where you're going to go. You already have a plan. Now, you're also going to break out and do kind of a little scavenger hunt activity here, so to speak. But here's what we would like you to do. Talk about courses or what some options are. Find out maybe something that somebody's taken in the past that they really enjoyed. So you're going to talk to one person who's in the same grade as you, one person who's in a different grade as you, and then also seniors. I know you may not be partaking in the course preview day itself, but you're going to have somebody come and talk to you right now because you have a wealth of knowledge of courses that you've taken here at Rockland High School and maybe some great recommendations for your peers. So the last person you're going to talk to is a senior. And it's okay if you do this individually, if you talk to an individual, or if you talk to each other in groups. Okay. And then finally, one other thing we would like you to do is use that link at the top of the page or the QR code to look up a course description in the academic planning guide. That way you get used to taking a look at that. And you also know where you can go if you have any questions between now and course preview day or now and when you go to register for classes. All right. Well, hey, thank you, Rockland High School. Have a great rest of the day.